Welcome to Chapter 5, Section 6, Estimating Products of Fractions. As always, we have a vocabulary word. Compatible numbers are numbers that are easy to divide mentally. Basically, what this means is that if you have a whole number like a 6, and you're going to multiply by a fraction like 1/6, notice that the numerator and denominators are multiples and or factors of each other. So 6 times 1/3 should be easy to divide mentally. 8 times 1/4, 9 times 1/3, things like that, things that you can easily divide because these are multiples of each other. So when we're estimating 1/5 times 28, find a multiple of 5 close to 28. Well, you could use 25 or 30. 30 is closer to 28, so then the way to estimate is to say that 1/5 times 30. That means 30 and 5 are compatible numbers since they are multiples of each other. So now we do the estimating. 1/5 of 30. Well, 30 divided by 5 is 6. So that's a 6. So you can say that 1/5 times 28 is about 6. You can use this estimation and dividing mentally to answer these problems very, very quickly. All right, 3/4 of 7 times 17. Well, 3/4 is a little bit tough because you're going to have to involve a number of things, but 1/4 would be a good first step. And since a denominator of 4 and a multiple of 4 is 16, we should change 17 to 16 because they are compatible numbers. 1/4 of 16 is 4. If 1/4 of 16 is 4, then 3/4 of 16 is 4 times 3 because there are 3 of them. It's basically saying you have a 1/4 plus a 1/4 plus a 1/4. And in this case, there's 3 of them. So our estimation by using compatible numbers is 12. All right, so which method would you use to estimate this one right here? Compatible numbers or by rounding? And explain. I'm going to say that now, before we would have done some rounding, but for us, we are going to use compatible numbers. Okay? Compatible numbers. Now, we're being asked to explain. I'm going to say because 19 is close to 18 and 18 is a multiple of 6. So basically now I can say that 1/6 of 18 equals 3. And so my estimation is that 1/6 of 19 is about 3. That's how this works. Make sure if I'm moving too fast, pause the video, write this down, and re-listen to it if you need to. All right, so now we're going to use a compatibility method. Compatible method. 1/4 times 35. Well, you have to look at 35. That is not a multiple of 4, so instead, make this number a 36. Because you know that 9 times 4 gives you 36. You should know that times table. And so to estimate this, 1/4 times 36 equals 9. That is my estimated answer. All right, now in part B. Well, we're looking at the 7 and the 22. 22 should be converted to 21 because 7 times 3 is 21. So, in the example we just did, let's forget about the 3 for a minute and just think of what is 1/7 times 21. Well, that should give you 3. But we have to remember we're not working with 1/7, we're working with 3/7. So that means we need another 3, another 1/7 of 21, another 1/7 of 21. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. All right, you could have also just done 3 times 3 equals 9, but that's basically how this is set up. All right, placing fractions on a number line can help you round the fraction to estimate. Well, this is talking about there are some fractions that you can't quite estimate, that you're not sure whether they're closer to one number or the other. So when you're getting ready to multiply fractions and we want to estimate, you should see that 4/5 is quite close to 1. So you could estimate this just by rounding 4/5 to 1. And so 4/5 times 1/6 is approximately 1/6. Okay. So here, if you wanted to do this by rounding, you could look at 7/8 and say, wow, that is very, very close to, that is approximately 1. So 1/9 times 1 is, of course, 1/9. So you can estimate that 1/9 times 7/8 is approximately 1/9. No, it's not. It's an approximation. It's about 1/9. All right. So let's do it with mixed numbers. Estimate the area of a rectangle. You need to remember that the area of a rectangle is length times width. So we're going to round each number to the nearest whole. All right. Well, 6 and 7/8. 7/8 should round up to 6. I'm sorry. Should round up to 7. And 1/4 should round down to 2. So 2 times 7 is approximately 14. So this rectangle is approximately 14 square inches. So again, please make sure you write this down. Area is equal to length times width of a rectangle. And if we look at 9 and 3/4, let's round that up to 10. And 4 and 1/5, we should round down to 4. So my approximate area is 10 times 4, so 40. So my area is approximately 40 square meters. All right, so for 5.6, you need to make sure you do the check your understandings for your homework. That's on page 277, and it's exercises 1 to 10. And then, of course, as always, this is what we will be doing as our classwork. Good luck.